Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to the Dyson Sphere Program, the 12 Colonies. That's right. And in the last episode, we are shooting solar sails at the blue giant. That's right. We are pew pew. Yep. Not much going on besides that, but we are definitely doing that. And of course, this is finally going to give us an opportunity to start getting some antimatter and white science going. So that is the next mission objective. Mission objectives, you know, that's the whole thing. Now, in this case, I have a mess of inventory, but I have 80. I have 80 of these. It says 80 on the package, so we're gonna go with that. And of course, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 80 of these down, and I am hoping we can tell at least half of them to start doing the collection of the things. For sure. Okay, so I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this here for now. Let's do that. Okay. Yep. Now, I actually have a few things to go over. So, yeah. Yes, you do the thing. I know that's what you want to do, but that's not what I want you to do. I want you to do that. Oh, yes. Yipper. You betcha. Okay. And I'm going to need you to bring them back to me. Bring them back to me. Back to me. You know what? I'm going to actually dismantle you for a second. I got to figure out which one of these is the direction and the things. Of course, you've got things in the way, Max, because that's a thing you did. In fact, you're... you know what? The best bet probably was to go with where you were. Sure. So we'll just... it's attempt number 2. Let's just go with that. All right, so... okay, we want to stay outside this circle because we'll use this for guns for now. We will try to go with this. So let's get this set up. And we're going to do this little kind of maneuver. And this little kind of maneuver. Are you going to do this for me? Okay, land first. All right, first of all, you need to do that for me because this is what's really important. Need valid connection. I totally agree. You know, again, this is one of them really weird things I wish they were consistent on. You know, I have very few complaints about this game, but this is one of them. It's weird how half the things require you to use sorters to make them work, right? Like this. And then half the time they want you to use belt work for this. Like, I would have been just fine taking sorters and shoving that out. Right? But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, let's get a copy of that going. Boom. Yes. Copy me. Copy me. Yeah, oh yeah, we're going to copy you. Oh yes. Very much so. Oh yeah. In fact, can we multi-copy you? No, we can't. That's all right though. I'm okay with this. I'm all right. In fact, now that I've got 5 down, let's do this. Boom. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Copy V. Yeah. Boom. Now we're talking. So that's 10. And again, I may not have enough. I mean, I have 80, but I may not have enough to get around the entire planet. Right now, I am just trying to, again, kind of get white science up and running, right? And antimatter. Now, I have more than enough Deuteron fuel stocked up to keep the planets that I have going for some time. I am not worried about that. That being said, though, and so a lot of this can be put towards white science. But at the same time, I do want to also get that up and running too because, you know, we're going to need a lot of stuff from a lot of these other planets. In fact, the Maximus system is getting pretty low on iron. It's not looking good. And nope. Nooper. It is not looking well. In any sense of the word. I had to spend another, well, I won't say an hour, but I had to spend close to an hour running around the Maximus system, hooking up a bunch of hooking up a bunch more iron nodes because, and I say a bunch, but there isn't a bunch left to hook up. So I had to kind of run around, hook up stuff on planets, kind of tweak things along because it was like, oh no, I mean, now we are not out of iron. Obviously, we have 2 systems that have over 40 million. We have 3 systems of like 10-ish million. Okay. That being said, we really haven't gotten out very far, and I've already blown 15 million iron ore. I mean, that's a bit of a feat, right? Because, the Maximus system started with about 15, and it is almost gone, which is really weird. It's pretty crazy when you look at it and say, whoa, I just blew through 15 million. And, what are we on? I don't quite know. I remember the episode number at the moment. That being said, though, it was always one of them things like, is 12 systems at half resources going to be enough to kind of pull this off? And, yes, I still think it is. That being said, it's going to be a little squeaky sometimes. The Maximus system will have to be importing all its material here soon. And it's going to, it's going to have a little bit of an impact. Which is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Yes, absorb the things. Absorb all the things. I want you to absorb the things so as we can take them home. You betcha. Oh yeah. Absorbing the things. Yep. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, boom boom. Alright, yep, we're gonna keep going. Boom. Yes. How many do I got left? I got 40 ray receivers left. I think I'm actually doing really good to get around this planet. I had 40 and I made another 40. Because I wasn't quite sure if I had enough. But now I'm thinking, yeah, you kind of did all right there, Max. I think you're going to pull it off. You're probably going to be about 20 over. Cool. And boop. All right. Because, I'm looking at the little globe down here in the corner, in the bottom left-hand corner, and we are getting closer to the other ones. We're getting really close. Collides with another object. Yes, look at that. See, look at that. We're actually going to collide. Yes, which means I only need 4 of you. Yep, something like that. Yes, excuse me. Yep, something like that. Thank you. Awesome. I need to take some of you home with me. Yep. Okay, cool. Now, we need to get this up there. You betcha. We are going to get that up there. Yep, somewhere's around here. Do a little bridging action. Yep, there we go. Right to about there, and then come on back down. Looks like it's going to be a little tight coming in here with the squeeze. But I don't know if I can get that in there or not. Probably not. I'll probably have to take it in on the side, right? You know what? I am fine with that. If that's what you want me to do, I will do that, mister. Yes. Shove that in there. That's storage. You are going to remote supply that sucker. And it doesn't matter what the number is because we're just going to send it whenever we get it. All right. And you, my friend, you have no space warpers. You're going to need space warpers because I need you to bring that stuff home to me. A lot. All right. So we will allow you 1,000 space warpers. Remote demand 1,000 space warpers because I need you to start shipping me home these things. Okay, cool. How is everything else doing here? Oh, good. Yep. So we're getting lots of solar sails coming in. That's great. The fuel's looking good. Of course, we have no rockets here. I just set that up as it is for now. And yeah, so we now have receivers bringing me the critical photon things. I'm not worried about their energy. You know, I got lots of deterrent for that. In fact, we should just check to see if we're making sure that we're not having any power issues. No, not even close to a power issue. Awesome. You keep doing the pew-pew things, guys. That's right. Keep pew-pewing. Keep pew-pewing the things. That's awesome of you. I want you to keep pew-pewing the things. You know, because this at least is going to start to give us some things. Oh, wow. Look at that. There's some solar sails up there. There's 8,000 of them up there, I guess. We will take that. Okay, let's head back to Planet Max and have a quick gander there. Actually, you know what? Where are we? Oh, we are very crooked. That's where we are. Okay, we are very crooked to that. Hey, you can see a few lines growing. Oh, yeah. There's the line. Oh, yeah. Where are you, Max? Okay. I wanted to talk a little bit about. I wanted to talk a little bit about a power issue. Let's and of course, do you think I can see the one system I'm looking for? No. Because I don't have, yeah, okay, there we go. Because I don't have 2 planets in this system to align myself up with, to level myself out with the R key, I kind of have to float around a little bit here. Okay, so let's quickly whip over to Scorpia here for a second, because I'm gonna just as a quick drop over. I mean, it's gonna take a few minutes. Let a few of that stuff build up anyway. So let's drop on over here to Scorpia for a second. And I want to show you something with this power issue. I had put down a bunch of power plants and for burning off the excess hydrogen that the chemical plants were making when making graphene. Because right now I don't need that hydrogen, right? We just need to kind of get rid of it for now. And it was like, yep, bye-bye, see you later, don't care about you, do, all the things, right? Yep, I need you to hit that target, my friend. Boom. Just like that. Do the things. Let's go this way a little bit. You're making lots of solar sails, I hope. I hope you're making lots of solar sails. You look like you are. Yeah, there we go. Come on in for a landing there, big guy. Boom. Oh yeah, make me solar sails. Yep, and you just keep shipping them. You just keep shipping them right on over there to that star. Because I needed to make the little white things for me. So these were not working. So you'll notice there's a space here. These were not working. When I used the copy command, I've only ever seen this once before, but I wanted to point out now. When I used the copy command, of course, I had no problem copying these, by the way, right? So I made one, made the track, made the thing, and then I copied it around. And when we copied it around, they would not pick up fuel. The reason for that was because the inserters, the sorters would not work. Now, the reason the sorters would not work is because these factories are actually colliding. And in fact, if I do this really, really fast and you watch right in this box, you will see that the 2 boxes are actually overlapping, right? Even though the copy command allowed me to copy this, they are overlapping there in this corner. And because they're overlapping, it considered it to be broken, which broke the sorters. Now, to fix that, I did not replant these. I just took out the sorters and put sorters in, and by doing that, these sorters are not part of that blueprint that's broken, so they work. Okay, but unfortunately, I took 2 of the machines out by accident when I was deleting the sorters, going around deleting sorters. Now I can't put them back in. Right? They're like, nope, you know this doesn't fit here, Max. You know it doesn't. I'm not going to let you do it. So that is why we have a couple of spaces there, but that is what the problem was with this power. It is because the copy template actually was creating a small amount of collision between the 2. It considers the entire thing broken, and that included the sorters, which means it wasn't going to pull that in. But it is now pulling that in. They are running fine. They are looking sweet, and we are running way above board, and of course that's perfectly fine. Now, with that, we are now going to go back to the Max system. I'm gonna do a little bit of a jump. So I'm going to fly. I'll see you back on the Max system shortly, and we're going to continue on from there. Okay, I'm back. I had a broken belt. Hey, who knew? I thought I actually had them all done. But I had a broken belt, so I had to fly back to a couple of times, back and forth a couple of times, to get them critical photons to come into me. I want them here. I want them now. That's right. And you can see it gets really hard to stare into all this. But we're going to try and hit this anyway. Yeah, okay, there it is. Now, that's the bottom of the planet, Max. You need the top of the planet. Yep, little higher, somewhere around here will be fine. Yeah, you are on the opposite side, though, so you need to do the thing here. Turn here, turn here, turn here. Okay, yep, cool. Look at that. They're coming in and they're coming out. Yes! All right. Woo, yeah. Look at that. They are making me things. Make me the things. Yes, look at that. That's very nice. So of course, what we have now is we got a little hydrogen coming in. We actually need that hydrogen for making the fuel, making this fuel, I think. Or is it like, yeah? So I actually need this hydrogen for making this fuel. So I'm not looking to get rid of the hydrogen right away. That's why I've got it in storage. Now that being said, I may have to actually start start dumping some of it off because obviously I may need to build like some sort of like closed loop here where I keep, because this is not asking for any hydrogen anywhere. This is actually its own. I'm hoping to kind of keep it contained within its own little loop. So the hydrogen I may have to recirculate back around somehow, burn a little bit of it off in like generators, stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes here shortly because these should be pretty balanced when we're all done. But in this case, this is now making me my antimatter. Oh yeah, you keep doing the thing. And unfortunately, of course, this isn't being made really fast, right? In fact, it's being made pretty freaking slow. But it's going to be that way until I get as a lot of them dishes down. Okay. In fact, a PyCon would transform in several stages. First, of course, it's going to be like a huge rocket assembly planet, and then it will have to change into even a bigger solar panel planet as it fills it all in. And then once it's all filled in, you would want to convert that planet again into a massive solar dish planet where it would just collect as many of these antimatters as we could get, and then we will just plow energy around the universe of our 12 colonies. So that is what's going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run for a bit. I'll bring you back once we actually have a good old stash of stuff, right? Because these are only going to bring these in at 500 at a time. And of course, it's not, yay, we got some, but it's gonna be a little while for these to get up to 10,000. And then I will show you the final piece, and we will turn on some science, and we'll pick something from the menu, and it will go zoom, zoom, and it will be awesome. I'll bring it back momentarily. And here we are back on Planet Max, and this is handling our photons coming in from the system. And of course, as you can see here, we have been very busy making the antimatter of the things. And in fact, we just finished a short time ago collecting 10,000 of them photons. So I had to do some work this afternoon around the house and things, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to let this run. And that's what I did. And now I've come back to all that. So, of course, here, we have the constraint spheres being made. Again, they're not overly complicated. Only two items, of course. There are the orange chips and our purple people eaters. Of course, we're converting that into antimatter particles through these six colliders, and that's all going well. Now, I have not turned on any of the antimatter fuel. What I'd like to do is I'm going to launch the science for now. I'll probably just kind of get rid of the hydrogen that's in here. It's free hydrogen coming from the sun, so I'm not too worried about deleting 5,000 of it or whatever. But we want to now actually tell this to zap up and get the white science going. But before that, you'll notice now I have changed the labs up here slightly different. So the way this works now is every second one, is now going to handle white science. So of course the first one out of the gate is what creates the white science cube, which then feeds that to the lab beside it, which is handling all 6 cubes to handle research. And of course we're going to now turn this all on, get it up and running. Yeah, that's right. So we're just going to run over here and we're going to say, yeah, we're going to local supply that. Awesome sauce. And now we just walk right up here because that's where it is. I did have drones in there, right? Yes, I do. I have my 50 drones in there. They're at 100%, so as they don't go all crazy for this. But now this track should now say, yes, we want to have antimatter here. No problem. And I'll even put drones in here. Well, I got 50 right there. That's fine. We get that up to 100%, and now we're going to demand that. And if we back this out here, we should see a lot of traffic back and forth here really fast. And of course, these are going to start spitting out, generating white science like crazy. Okay, as these work their way around the ring. So I'm not actually putting the white science out onto its own ring. The white science itself will just feed the lab that is beside that lab. So every second lab is a research lab, and the first lab is a white science lab. And that way I don't have to deal with trying to get another track in between these buildings or anything like that. It's just literally going to handle itself. And of course, this is now making its way around. And we're going to try and fire up some science here in a second. We'll let this get around here enough to make sure they're going to all collect in. How you guys doing over here? I would say you're pretty busy. Yeah, you look pretty busy. That track looks a little slow to me. That looks like a green track. Yeah, that's like tier 2 track. What's that? That's not a thing. Is that a thing? I guess it's a thing. Wow, how much track do I need? Okay, well let's do that. Cause I can't believe I can't believe that's a tier 2 track. Okay, sure. Not to say I have to get around here doing all this at the moment, but yeah, look at that. Wow. I thought I had used, I guess when I built this, I guess I was only at tier 2 at the time. So I guess that would just make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, duh. Okay. So now, it is now making its way all the way around. This one here is just doing a double run. I'm hoping they'll be able to do that. But I don't know if it can or not. Not by the looks of that already. But I'm not too worried about that. We'll just let it go as it is. So if we now have a look, these should all be kind of, yeah, look at that. See, you can see all the white dots running all the way around. Yeah, that's just fired right up. That looks really, really good. Okay, let's try a science out on it, shall we? Yeah. And of course, we're not going to pick any of these sciences because, I mean, really, we're not going to go for the mission done. We're going to go for the important science. And what is more important than this? That's right. We are going to now do that. And we'll see what happens. Now, according to this, that's going to take 12 minutes, but I could. So now what's happening, of course, is that it is grabbing that science, shoving it into these labs. Wow, look how fast it's going through that. Yeah, we're going to have to obviously go and stack these up a little bit. So we'll just run down here. We'll make a little bit of a right. Actually, I should have just flew straight across. Would have been faster. Okay, we'll go here, go here, go here, go here and here. Yes, you. I'll take 3 of you. I don't know how many there are, but we're going to take 3 of you anyway. Yep, and we'll come back up here. Now, we'll start here, I guess. Now, I'm not so worried about the labs themselves, but the ability to generate cubes fast enough is important. And I haven't got my spreadsheet up here in front of me, so of course I don't know how many labs you need in white for white science cubes. So I'm just going to run around here and just put 2 labs on everything here. We'll see what happens anyway. Yep, that's all done there. And then we'll do that one, and that one, and that one, and this one, and this one, as well as that one, and that one. All right, here we go. Yep, that, and that. Okay, cool. How are you doing now? Are you going to do the thing? Are you going to make one fast enough? I don't know. Wow, these actually take a little time to make, don't they? Let me actually have a look to see how many labs you need. If I tab like a crazy person here. Tab. How many labs do you need for white science? 200? You need... Okay, so you need 50 labs. All right, well, we got to be relatively close to that. I mean, somewhat close, right? Where are we? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we're at 40. So I guess if I went around one more time, it would be fast enough. Maybe? Let me have a look. Do that. You know what? I'll just come down here because it's going to be faster for me to have a look. Okay, well I have 40 labs, so you know what? I'll put on 40 more. You know what? We'll just do that. Because basically what we want to happen is that we want it to be able to be making science, not outpacing it, but just kind of fast enough to do it. Okay, yep. And I have no exact science on this or anything. I'm just kind of like, you know, something close. I'm good, right? Yeah, so there's another 20. So that is 60, and that is actually 10 over than what we should need. But now the question is will these, how long are these out for before these make one, right? Okay. And then you're down to 0. Oh, it's so close, isn't it? It's like... it is really close. I mean, you know, it's close enough for me because I think that little bit of a breather is also going to keep the other 5 sciences running somewhat decent. So I think that's how I'm gonna. Handle that. Because of course, these. I mean, to make these, you need 5 colored sciences. But then to do the science, you need the 5 colored science. So, you know, you can only do so fast, right? So yeah, I am very happy to now have white science going. And let's see how fast this is going. About 13 minutes. I don't know. I think if I got some stashed up and then just kind of let it rip it, let loose, of course, you'd be able to fly through that a bit faster. And at the same time, I could then add more labs to these ones running on the outside ring as well. So there's obviously 20 labs because I took 60. I went around once for 20, went around twice for another 20. So there must be 20 labs up here. And that's, you know, I mean, that's pretty good, I guess. And we got 20 white labs. Well, we got 60 white labs working now. According to this chart, I only need 50 for 200 a minute. So... should be good. Should be okay, I guess. We'll go with that, and we'll see what happens. Now, what's up on the next one? Well, we're going to plug in. Let's go back to this side. No. I guess it is over here. Yep, here we go. I'm going to let a little bit of antimatter come through. Actually, I'll land here for a minute. Okay, everybody's got some stuff here. I'd like to have a little antimatter. Throw it in the gas tank, right? Come on. I mean, you know, no sense not having antimatter. I mean, that's just cool. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The Deuteron fuel rods have done me great. I mean, and they work awesome for everybody. But really, What's it all about? I mean, it really is all about that antimatter fuel, right? We'll just kind of stick that in there. And I only want enough for myself. Look at that. That's awesome. Now we got to keep going with the building, though. I mean, we're not done. We have rockets and the things to build yet. So let me switch screens again here. Call that one up. Oh, the things I got to call up. So now we've got solar sails going, but we still haven't got rockets going, obviously. So to get them rockets, we're gonna need Dyson Sphere components, right? Which of course requires a whole bunch of stuff there. Well, we have a bunch of Deuteron fuel rods here already, but these ones here are for the planets, just to kind of tie them over for a while we're making antimatter. And then, of course, quantum chips. When it comes to the quantum chips, we might be relatively close to that one. Plane filler and processors. Let's see. Yeah, so we can probably get the micro components out, which then, of course, allows us... we already have the green chips, so if we get the micro components out, that will allow us to make the orange chips, and then plane filler. Well, we already make... do we? No, we don't. Yeah, we don't make Casimir crystals yet. That is a thing. So I guess we're going to have to focus on them orange chips on the next episode. That's what we'll do. With that, we have white science. I'm going to, you know what, I got to get up here for a nice thumbnail afterwards, you know. Yeah, look at that. We have white science. That's a thing. Da-da-da. With that, I'm Max. This is the Dyson Sphere, the 12 colonies. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.